Thank you, Senator Rosen. Senator Hawley.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Thanks to all of our witnesses for being here. Mr. Geis, I want to start with you because I understand that you are a Missourian and you are a St. Louis guy. Is that right? That is correct. Although I think you went to college on the other side of the state, or my neck of the woods, Rockhurst University. Okay, very good. Now, were you born and raised in St. Louis?
I was not.
Okay.
He's helping me all the time.
I could hear you. It's fine. Keep going. You're on a roll. You're on a roll.
No, I was not born in St. Louis. I was born in Nebraska, but I'm not an atypical St. Louis story. I married a St. Louis girl, so I've been there for 26 years.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, that's good. Hey, Will Clemia, that's great. You're a Missourian in my book.
Yeah, right?
Let me ask you, in your testimony, your written testimony, you included the helpful chart explaining how the SBIC program helps spur investment in small business, and I wonder if you could just give us an overview. Tell us about the SBIC program, what it is, and why it matters so much to Missouri. Just give us your perspective on that.
Yeah, so, I think I'd come at it from a couple of different angles. So first of all, it's a stable, long-standing program. It's been around since 1958. It's operated at a zero subsidy from the taxpayer since its inception. But I think what's critical about what SBICs do in Missouri and lots of other states is we provide that critical next stage of capital to really go create the growth to drive to the next level. So, oftentimes entrepreneurs go raise, capital, invest their own money to start their businesses. But when they hit sort of a critical inflection point, they need that next round of capital to really invigorate growth. And that's what SBICs do. Yeah,
very good. In fact, if I've got my statistics correct, in FY24 alone, SBICs invested in Missouri $192 million in more than 20 small businesses across the state. That capital supported over 3,000 jobs in the state of Missouri.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. We want every single one of those jobs.
Yeah, and I think, SBICs fill a gap, right? I mean, there are, everybody knows about, the capital markets and the large lenders and, larger private equity funds that ultimately invest, those large dollars of capital that we hear about. But SBICs are squarely in the heartland of America and small businesses. I mean, that's what we do day in and day out, so.
Very good. Let me ask you to talk about the role that small businesses can play in the manufacturing sector and how SBIC can be used to help spur industrial growth. I mean, can you talk about that? Because this is a big need, and the backdrop here that I probably don't have to explain to anybody on the panel or anybody watching this hearing is that, in America as a whole, we have lost 4 million jobs, particularly in the industrial sector, to China since 2001. In Missouri, it's close to 60,000 jobs. We need more industry. We need more manufacturing of all kinds. Yep. Tell us about the SBIC component here for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big focus of what we do. I mean, if I look at the Eagle funds, 25 to 35% of our investments are in manufacturing companies. And the stories that we could share within our portfolio are not too dissimilar from my other panelists here, but, we provide the capital to help build the new plant, to really spur and change growth. So that is what the SBIC program does.
Very critical. Thank you. Thank you for the work you do. Thank you for being willing to be here and to testify. And with that, I yield back to you, Madam